Hey guys, it's David here, and this is another episode of the quest for the Lava-Crystallized Hammer. And as you can tell today, the date actually adds up with the episode. This is the 10th episode of this, and it's November 10th. And tomorrow I'm going to be having a special one on the 11th, and I'm going to be talking about a story that happened on the 11th of last year. So right now I'm going to be jumping off here and surviving, and I imagine that a lot of Mitt Romney survivors did this week. Anyways, so what I'm going to be doing for this series is having a lot of Zargus and Anyata kills for a while until there's a new dungeon. And I'm going to do that because I'm just going to be doing commentaries during those and see how many cores I can get while showing you guys gameplay. See if that gives me a lucky charm or something. Yes. Alright, ready. And I'm actually with Steven here today, but he wasn't able to come on Skype because he said that he was too lazy to take 5 minutes to get set up. So hopefully he'll be on another episode of this. That'd be cool if I had guest stars on this. So the topic I wanted to talk about today actually fits in with what I just said about doing episodes with Anyata and Zargus and other bosses. And this is actually a question that one of my fans asked me, which was, who do you think would win in a fight, Anyata or Zargus? And I've been thinking about this a lot, and I guess it really does depend on where the battlefield is. Because if you think about it, if Anyata was fighting Zargus, probably they'd be able to have access to the same kind of things we do, like the NPC. So the question is, if it was at Zargus, if it was at this area that we're in now, and Anyata was fighting Zargus, would he be able to use the buff? Would he be able to do more damage with the fire buff, or heal himself? And also, the other question is, if it was at GSL, and it was Anyata's playing field, would Zargus have to get through the vines? That would be a big problem for him. So I guess it really depends first where they fight. Second, Zargus has crazy spells. He does that crit a lot. But also, if you think about it, Anyata also does a high crit. And I don't know if Zargus would be able to recover from those high crits. But Zargus does crits over time, and Anyata just does big ones. And he has his vine. So Zargus would have a problem getting through the vine if that appeared, and the clones probably, because you wouldn't be able to kill them. So I guess it really does depend. I mean, obviously this scenario would never happen, but if it did, I think that probably Zargus would have the advantage just because of the massive amount of health and damage he does. And you can see here, like, this tank can face Zargus easily, but it's hard to tell if Anyata would be able to. And of course the players can beat both of those bosses, and we have many times. But I honestly think that Zargus would win eventually. It would probably be a really long fight because they both have tons of health. And Anyata actually doesn't do a lot of damage. It's mostly his big attacks. So Zargus is more of a tank or a DPS warrior you could compare him to, more than Anyata is. And also, Anyata actually got weaker. Before he was pretty strong, and it was really hard to beat. I wasn't able to beat him for months until I finally was able to beat him before the update, so I beat him when he was super hard. But even that Anyata, I think that even that Anyata wouldn't be able to beat Zargus. Now, Zargus is known as being a pretty easy boss in terms of strategy, but he does crazy hits, and if you don't kill him fast enough, then he's going to be doing extra crits. So Zargus would, Anyata would have that problem too. Alright, so yeah, I think that Zargus definitely has the advantage, and if it was in his home playing field, which is SPL, he would definitely have even more of an advantage. So I really don't see any scenario where Anyata would win, because all he has is the vines to back him up, and he does those crits, but he only does them every minute or so. So it really wouldn't do him much good. So I really think that Zargus has the advantage. But let me know what you guys think about that topic. Which boss do you think would be stronger? And just by now, like, which one is harder to beat? Anyata is harder to beat. So I mean, Zargus is harder to beat, so I guess that shows that he would win anyways. But You guys can leave your arguments below. Tell me what you think, who would win in a fight. And in the future, I might do a commentary like this again where we try to figure out who would win, like one of the new bosses versus Zargus or something. Colby. Could Colby beat Zargus alone? Could Chuck Norris beat Zargus alone? You know, those kind of questions. But yeah, so I'm just going to be doing Zargus and Anyata a lot just to show... Crap. Just to show... Fuck, the tank died. Alright. That's what happens in a commentary. Sometimes the tank fucking dies. Oh my fucking god. Alright. Fuck. And he has barely any health left. Wow, that would happen. Ugh. He stunned me, so... And now I have to get away from the commentary and try to survive this fucking fight. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I have fucking no mana. Huh. Should I res someone? No. Fuck. And now I'm stunned again? Oh my god. What the fuck?